All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, Murray. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Here we go. Mike check 33. 33. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike check 33. No. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Hey, check Mike.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. He finds Beckham complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. It's caught by OBJ. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? guys have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. J.J. Watt. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
Here's the tap! JT! I'm trying to collect! Switch! 25! 24!
Watson off play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200-plus?
Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 3.
Play fake. Murray rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
A nice run on 1st down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Catch made by Slayton. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Darius Slayton, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On play action, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Let's go now. 54. Let's go. 54 miles. Nice, sweetheart.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Murray buying time to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Murray now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey, 4 down. Alert flare.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, You're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. They'll buy some time right. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Switch. Alert. To the floor. Check right to left. It's our time.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the 50, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A big play there for the Niners. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike, go. 33. Hey, let's get this. Hey, check.
Murray now on 1st down. Flushed out right, and that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. 6 yards. 33. It's our field.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Got his man. That's Harry. And down inside the 15 he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Check. Watch 54.
At the Seahawks 5-yard line.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Punching it in from a yard away as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You're set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Watson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken in at the 1. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal. And
you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch the safety creep. Kill, kill, kill. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Kill, 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 kill. Check, 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 check. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Kill, kill, kill.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 32 on the play. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now Murray. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Yo. Tighten the course down, he's coming. Slap. Check. 54. Check three.
They'll run on 1st down. Samuel. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, McCaffrey. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. They'll roll him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Samson Abuka in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. That one goes for 24 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They'll run with McCaffrey. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37th. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Samuel. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Walk, get walk. Alert 3.
Here's McCaffrey. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
33. Check.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Get out the field, defense. Mike, check 33. 33.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Watch the car.
Now Murray throwing on second down. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. To throw is Murray. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on third and 9.
Hey. 4 down. Hatchet. Check.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Michael Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. Back to throw. Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Tackle. Mike, check 33.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Let's go.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Let's get that ball.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now Murray. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
The 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Murray to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand off.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Watch the shift.
Now they try the right side here. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Murray. They set up the screen for Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. This is Henry. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Big stop, let's go! Hey, check Mike 33, check Mike 33. I'm not ready.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. You go check.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, flush to his right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Hey, set. I got it. I got double time. Double time. Four down. Undercut.
This is McCaffrey. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And to give this time to the tailback. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Watson, his first throw of OT. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Seahawks, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.